Hi, I'm Sarah Smith, and I did the very first yoga teacher training at Inner Strength. I actually wanted to do a teacher training, and I was practicing at a place in Quincy, and I asked the teacher that I was practicing with, her name's Cheka, and I said, where would you recommend me to do a teacher training? And she said, I think you would really get along with Roman because he's a really hard teacher, and you seem to be someone who really wants to learn a lot, and he's really passionate about yoga and is like a great instructor, so you should check out Inner Strength. So I ended up coming here and taking a class, and I actually didn't know that it was heated yoga, and I was very much like afraid of hot yoga, and lo and behold, by the end of the training I was doing all the heated classes and fell in love with it. And through the training I actually was able to realize that I had built up some barriers around hot yoga, and it was just the anxiety in me and the fear in me, and I was able to break through that, which was amazing. So it was kind of just by chance and through a friend that I found this place, and now I consider it a home, so I'm really thankful for that. So what makes Inner Strength special and apart from other studios is the way the teachers are trained and the amount of life psychology that they put into their classes. It's not so much, yes, they teach the poses and the anatomy and how to keep your body safe in yoga, and they walk you through the class in that way, but they also walk you into your mind and like down into the depths of your soul, and sometimes to the parts that you don't want to see. And to me, you can't, I couldn't pay enough money to have somebody do that for me. Like, that has been worth its weight in gold in my life, because it's allowed me to go through a life transformation. And even though some days I've walked out of class like, man, like that was awful, I hated that, it was because there was something in me that I needed to work through, and it almost in a way taught me a life lesson. So when I was preparing for the training, or what I thought was preparing for the training, I kind of told myself I was going to go without any expectations, that I just wanted to teach. I'm a teacher. I work with people with special needs, and I teach a vocational training program, so I've always kind of taught in what I've done and anything that I love and I really believe in, I want to teach. And so when I started doing yoga and saw how much impact it had in my life, I knew I wanted to teach. So I thought I was just going to go to this training and learn how to teach, but I didn't realize that there was going to be as much impact in my personal life, and that there was going to be a transformation like of myself. In a sense, like it was almost like therapy, but I got all the great aspects of learning how to become a teacher and being successful with that, but I felt like it opened up like a whole other side of me, and I was able to learn a lot about myself and do some self-exploration, which was really challenging at times, but amazing. So going into it, I kind of was like, oh, I'm just going to be a teacher. And then at the end, it was so much more than that. And the friendships that I've built and just the understanding that I have for yoga is so much deeper than just kind of like a 1, 2, 3 sequence, go up and regurgitate this information, but that it's this like never-ending process. And for me, in some ways, that's challenging because I like a start and a finish, and it's like, okay, I do this and I do that. But yoga's taught me that, how to be patient and to kind of just continue on this journey, because I know that when I'm 85, God willing, and doing yoga, I'm still gonna learn, oh, if I push my pinky toe down in Warrior One, it's gonna help me rotate my hips or something like that. Like, that never ends, and that's a pretty magical thing. I think that the best thing for me that I got out of the training is overcoming a fear. Because for me, when I started, I was like, hot yoga people are crazy. And now I can't get enough. I won't even go to non-heated classes because I'm like, it doesn't do the same thing. Because for me, when I came to yoga, I came to it because I was diagnosed with a panic disorder and told I was gonna have to be on medication for the rest of my life. And I said, I need another choice. That's not good enough for me. And someone suggested doing yoga, and since I've done yoga, I take no medication, and I have barely any symptoms, and I've learned how to manage it through understanding how to breathe. And so overcoming this fear for me was a huge step after everything that I had gone through, and overcoming this fear and just doing it on my own, not seeing a counselor for $500 an hour or taking this medication. So for me, you know, just learn as much as I learned about myself through the process. It was pretty remarkable.